Hello, everybody. Welcome to the call. Today, we are talking about a very interesting market, Dubai. This is our weekly call for international real estate, brought to you by EXP. And let's go over some basic stuff. Why do we do this call? What is it for? And how you can leverage this information for your own knowledge and make money. So first of all, my name is Nathaly Salas, here with EXP. I am based in Chicago, but I operate in Mexico as my primary market. You can find us under Unicorn Properties everywhere or Nathaly Salas. This is our phone number. You can scan this QR code, and you can also scan the other codes that you'll see throughout the presentation in case you want to just go straight to those websites. This one is for my Instagram. We post a lot of things, a lot of notifications in Instagram. If you may, please keep your questions to the end so we can address them all together. And then we keep this recording as short as possible so people can watch it again. These are the countries we're in within EXP. If you are curious to learn more about international markets or any other country that we are present, please let us know, and we can give you more information if you're not part of our network already. We are currently present in 50 states of the US and almost reaching 90,000 members. So we can have a big directory, so you can find probably an agent everywhere around the world within our network. These are the regions. Feel free to take screenshots or anything like that, so you get more information on the different markets we're going to be covering, and then you'll see the schedule in a bit of what is the order of the countries we're going through. Like with anything, for our clients, we try to provide not only, people don't just buy a real estate space. They don't buy a house or a condo or a commercial space unless they understand what's around in the market. They need to understand financing, what's the legal aspects of things. Where do you declare your taxes? If you're an American citizen, if you're, a citizen from France, like what's your implication for tax purposes when you make money out of rental income? Some things that we cover, also architecture and construction, depending on each country, depending on the market. And also if you need to be a resident or if you need to become a citizen for, any purchase purposes, because sometimes some countries do require it, but some don't. We want to break some myths as well, because sometimes when, at least for Mexico, people are like, yeah, but in Mexico, I'm an American, I cannot buy there. That's not true. Anybody can buy in Mexico. There's just an extra piece of paperwork that needs to get done. So what do you do with your property after you buy it? There's property management services by country, and our teams in different locations have a different team that surrounds them. So today we're going to be chatting a little bit more about Dubai, so you can also get an idea on what this ecosystem looks like over there. Why is this important for you? This is just an example. This can be shifting left to right on the amount of that you agree with the other agents. So for agents in this call, you can make extra money by sending referrals. This can be 10/90, 80/20, depending on how you agree, or 30/70 with the other agent that is going to close the transaction. So why is this important? Because there's money to be made. If you're paying attention and you want to understand and get curious about this, you can make extra money by sending these referrals and referring your clients. This is just an example. Everything is negotiable, of course. And also something we want to mention is that there's a lot of agents promoting different markets, but we like to work with showing agents that are on the location, and clearly the teams that are physically on the ground, because there's many things that we don't know until we know. And then, at least for us, we need to keep up with, what's happening, what's infrastructure, what the government is proposing, what are going to be the change of laws, things like that. You only know when you're physically there. But we also have remote agents that can promote the country and then send those referrals to the showing agents. So it's very important that you understand what type of agent you're working with, because if you're referring the client to a remote agent, they still have to refer it back to the showing agent. So sometimes it's easier to just work with the showing agents directly. This is the calendar of events. If you scan this QR code, it will take you to the calendar so you can RSVP. We already finished several countries before this one, but the last two were Puerto Rico and Italy. We finished with those, and we divided by theory and practice, meaning the theory is like, what is the country about, demographics, politics, benefits, tax breaks, things like that, or why this country is growing so much. The second part is practice. We will talk about CMAs to compare different cities to each other and why certain prices are higher than others and why. Sometimes you need more indicators to understand why the comparables are like that. Many countries don't have a MLS, so it's very hard to find comparables just out of thin air. You have to have somebody that does this for you and knows what they're doing. So now today we start with Dubai, the theory with Donia, and next sessions will be India. If you scan this QR code, you'll see the playlist of the prior recordings. So if you're watching this in the recording, you probably are already in the playlist. But if not, this will be the place that will take you to all the prior ones that we already finished and they're recorded in YouTube. If you're part of our network with an EXP, you can scan this QR code. It will take you to our workplace chat, our group, and you can get all the notifications there as well. And we keep all the events there as well for you to go back to and the recordings. If you're not in the network, we have at the end of the chat WhatsApp QR code that I can share with you at the end. But for now, I'm going to introduce Donia here. She's our managing broker in Dubai. She has over 20 years in Dubai real estate. And the reason that she's so good is because she not only understands the market very well, but also she was a chief operating officer in 𝗤𝗿𝗂𝗃 Hathaway in Dubai. So she has a lot of experience from the operations side to the implementation, and she's a very good leader with everybody that has joined our team in Dubai. She's been featured in Forbes, so I want to mention that as well. And she specializes in all areas of real estate, mostly residential. Languages that she speaks, Arabic, English, and French, which is super interesting because then you can make sure your client is always taken care of in any language you speak that are the most commonly used over there. And she has multiple awards in the industry, and you can find more information about her in LinkedIn. And with that, I'll stop chatting and introduce Donia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nathaly. Thank you, everyone who's here today. And thank you, Nathaly, especially because you are the one who's always championing this, collaboration and international referrals. First time I met you, you were doing a kind of a world tour. You came to Dubai as well, and we met. We did a podcast, your podcast. And then we met again in Portugal, 𝗙𝗏𝗘𝗀𝗃 International, which was an amazing event. And I wish everybody from 𝗙𝗏𝗃 could attend that because we walked away with a lot of energy and great value and connections and network. And this is what I love really about 𝗙𝗏𝗃 in general. I look forward to meeting some of you in Miami as well. I'll be coming. And me and some of the team members will be doing a sales roadshow, investment roadshow in Miami. So if you have any clients that are looking to invest in Dubai, and we will do over a weekend from 10 to 9 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 2nd and 3rd of November. We will be there. We will be advising. We'll be sharing our knowledge and hopefully booking some sales as well alongside with 𝗙𝗏𝗃Con, just after 𝗙𝗏𝗃Con. So thank you again. And thank you for everyone. I'll just share my screen. I drove Nathaly crazy because I was like, I don't have time. How do I do it? But I prepared everything for you guys and I'm happy to share. Just let me see, how do we share here? Because I haven't shared through Zoom. Am I allowed to share?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay, because I opened the PowerPoint. It couldn't open because...
Yeah, you should be able to do in Zoom.
Not open by presentation is either deleted or not currently accessible. No way. Sorry, 1 second.
Okay. Sometimes with PowerPoint, it gets a little crazy. But it's nice seeing everybody on the call. Dave and Dr. William, Mustafa here in Chicago.
Just give me 1 second. I just get you the most updated one, which I did last night.
Yeah, no worries. We have some people that come back every week and ask good questions.
It's great knowledge. Why not? Because we are such, what our advantage is basically because we are one company and one independent company that work together. If I do well in Dubai, and you do well in Mexico, and somebody does well in France, and it all reflects back on how our company does in general, right? So it's okay, I'm gonna open slightly, a little bit. Okay, I got it.
Oh,
shit.
I
wish I sent it to you yesterday. This way I wouldn't have had this problem, but no worries. You can see my screen?
We can see everything. Yeah, good.
All right, let me just move around so I can... Sorry, that was not what I needed.
Thanks for preparing the presentation.
You
Because there's no way
know,
to market
to
more than
Google the slides, but this one I had always on PowerPoint. So anyway, so right now, let's just go through it. I just want to put it on. Okay, let's just increase this size. Is it okay now? You guys
yeah,
can see?
I think when you click share, you have to share full screen. I mean, on the right side.
You are sharing. Apologize for this because
On the top right corner.
here?
Uh-huh.
No,
There's
this is
gonna
not.
be a full screen now.
Never mind. We can just see it like this. This is a little video that I put together for well, that is Dubai. That is our beautiful Dubai. I hope you got to see in here.
Yep. It was
Yeah.
very, yep.
All right.
Really
So
cool.
Dubai is known to have the best infrastructure in the world currently. It's very up to date, very new city, to be honest, and that's the advantage it has. But also very advanced in terms of futuristic technology, in terms of the way they do business, in terms of adaptability and agility of the government. Because I have been in Dubai since 2005. I have been doing real estate since 2005. And I can tell you, as someone who lived here, became a mother here, and kept, growing my career, I couldn't have done it maybe in anywhere else in the world. So I really credit a lot of my success to Dubai because it's really inspiring. It's really forward thinking leadership, or really pushes you and inspires you to be better. So Dubai has not only what I just mentioned, in terms of location, it's really proved to be in a great geographical location. As you can see here in the slide, 4 hours, you can reach 2.5 billion through a 4-hour flight, because Dubai itself is very small. As a market, is very small. The Middle East maybe, but then you can go beyond that. And you can also reach 5 billion people in 8 hours flight. So you can see that when you come here, or someone moves here and starts a business, the ability to diversify and to reach out to a bigger population is very much possible. And Dubai in general, which is in the United Arab Emirates, has a lot of good relationships with all the countries around the world, which facilitate a lot of business. They have a lot of agreements. They have very low corporate tax, and we go through that. So as a location, it has a great advantage. And this is in numbers where, you could be in 4, 6, and 8 hours. Dubai International Airport, it's been the busiest airport for years now. I think only this year that it's gone to number 2. But it's been, sorry, I've updated my slides, but somehow the update was not kept, but I do remember everything. So it's for 9 years in a row, it's been number 1. Only this year that I think Tokyo Airport has become #1 and Dubai #2. But over the years, Dubai International Airport has been a great support. In fact, it all goes back to Emirates Airline. Because of Emirates Airline, the connectivity to Dubai has become much easy, and the connectivity to the rest of the world. And now also the destination, if you can see here, they were 260 last year. This year, they're 264 through various airlines. And we are even building now a much bigger airport that is now currently under construction. And much of it is ready, but it's still going to be developed over the next 10 years. And all the activity will move from Dubai International Airport to the new Maktoum Airport. Passengers, and this is again, sorry for the numbers because they're not reflecting 2024, but passengers from this year, the first half, they have seen more than 60 million already. It's growing year on year. We seen, I think it's around 8% growth year on year. Projected passengers, they're looking at over 100 million, hopefully by the end of 2024, and it is already on its way there. And like I said, it is already connected with 264 destinations. So it's so easy to come to Dubai. People come for, to go to Singapore, for example. They would transit here, stay 2-3 days, go out, see the city, and never want to leave, or just plan a trip back, or fully just plan to move here like I did. I came for a holiday and decided never to go back. And many stories like this happen in Dubai. It is very multicultural. The population of Dubai right now is 3.7. Actually, it has grown from last year, according to the Statistics Center. Sorry, I don't know I don't want to press this and okay. I want to remove this notification here.
Maybe if you shift it to the side, it doesn't move. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. So in terms of population, like I said, 3.7 million right now. Out of that, 92% expats. And as an expat myself, I'm an Arab, but I'm not from the UAE. I am from Morocco. I've lived here, like I said, 20 years. There is a nice mix of people from all over the world, from different backgrounds, different cultures, different religions. As you can see here, we have mosques, we have churches, we have synagogues, we have temples, we have everything, and nobody has a problem with anyone. Everybody is free to live the way they choose. Also, we have, like I said, we are a cosmopolitan city, so we have 181 even more nationalities that co-live and co-work here in this beautiful city in a very tolerant manner and very friendly and very warm. Believe me, when you come, you wouldn't maybe believe what I say, but when you come, and if any of you have been here already, they would understand what I'm talking about. Like I said, 92% expats and only 8% UAE nationals out of the population, but you don't feel that you are a stranger. You don't feel that you don't belong here. You will feel just fine. You will adapt right in, will fit right in. And like I've done, like I said, I've come here. First I came for a holiday, then I never left. Then when I decided to stay, study, and work, I was like, okay, maximum 2 years, 4 years here. And then I go to the US for 2 years and then back home. And 20 years later, I'm still here, but still working with the US company, which is not bad. World-class business destination. Like I said, a lot of ability to scale the business. So if you're talking to an investor, if you're talking to someone who has business all over the world, you're able to scale your business because of the connectivity it offers and because of its proximity to major markets like China, like India, like many, many other countries. You're able, or someone who has a business or has an idea or prop tech startup or whatever, they're able to scale that business even bigger, being geographically located in Dubai, and still enjoy the beautiful lifestyle that Dubai offers. A lot of capital influx that we're seeing in Dubai since the inception of people go back to 1980s and 70s that they moved here. But in 2002, that was when Dubai announced freehold ownership for real estate, right? So when people were able to own real estate, that's what really brought a lot of fame to Dubai. A lot of people have were able to buy a piece of, you know, this beautiful city, but what then was just a desert, right? But they believed in the vision, they believed in the leadership, and right now we are, you know, beyond the expectations of what were put there. We are a destination for business. We are not at all, you know, a lot of people think, oh, it's Middle East, it's the oil. No, we don't depend entirely on the oil. 75%, in fact, of our economy is non-oil economy. And a lot of it is on the retail, on the tourism, on the some of the manufacturing that's being created. Also, the real estate growth we've been seeing, like I said, since 2002, when the freehold law was announced. From 2002 till now, the growth has been amazing every year. Overall, in all sectors. And also now, yes, I'm talking about Dubai, but you have Abu Dhabi, you have Ras Al Khaimah. Ras Al Khaimah is where the Wind Casino is coming up. So you would hear a lot about that in the media. Also, it's been always a touristic destination, but it was very small and humble. Now with the Wind Casino opening there, beautiful waterfront properties, beautiful investment opportunities that are being offered. And we as EXP Dubai are able to offer different opportunities to the clients. All right. Speaking of Dubai, we speak about tax. Obviously, it is very favorable in terms of tax systems. Doesn't mean if American, you're exempted fully, but I think as an American citizen, you still have to file and pay taxes. But in the country, in the UAE, these are the taxes we have. We have a corporate tax that was just introduced this year, in fact, 9% over anything over $105,000. Sorry, that's 375,000 dirhams profit. Anything above that or beyond that, you pay 9% tax. Personal income, we don't pay any taxes. So I know how this sounds a little bit weird, but we do. I've never paid taxes in my life on my income. Value added tax, we only had it in 2018, January. So we have 5% value added tax. Many of, in fact, yes, there is VAT, but there's no VAT on real estate buying. Residential real estate does not have VAT. It's absolutely 0%. And also the land, if you buy land that you would like to develop on it, you don't pay tax on it. You only pay tax on commercial properties, which is either a hotel or a hotel apartment or an office space or a retail. Also, wealth tax, capital gains, zero, nothing. There is nothing of that sort in Dubai. The transactions here, I'm gonna quickly give you what was the August one. Sorry, January to August, we had 113 transactions. And they were worth over 90 billion. I'll just get you the number. Sorry, I've updated this last night, but somehow it just didn't save. So I'll just quickly pull out. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and we would attend to them right away. I'm just opening the link on my phone to tell you the stats, but we had bigger number than this for basically from Jan to August 2024. I know it's 113,000 transactions that we had instead of 72 last year, and we still have 4 months to go in the year. So as I said, the growth in real estate, in the economy, in business, a lot of things have been changed. Also during COVID, I must mention, because, you know, before COVID, I do remember that I was always, my family were always thinking, okay, we might move to the US, we should move to Canada, we should do this, we should do that, because yes, we worked in Dubai, yes, we lived in Dubai, but we always had this residency every 2 years we have to renew. We didn't feel really we belonged, right? So during COVID and just before that, they introduced something called Golden Visa. So now if you buy a property that is 2 million dirham or up, which is around $600,000, you're able to obtain a golden visa in Dubai, which is 10 years visa. They also gifted this visa to a lot of celebrities, to a lot of talented people, to a lot of really brilliant students, you know, the genius, smart kids that have obtained high grading. They would offer it to them and their families. And this really shows that they want to keep the talent in They offered it to engineers, to doctors, to scientists, it's just amazing how really they all of a sudden, they just opened up and welcomed everybody into the country. And they've come up with different visa reforms for everybody, from retirement to work from home during the COVID period, to, now we have something called social responsibility. 5 years you can get visa if you are someone who contributes charity and, into the environment and the green and sustainability movement. So they're really always up to date. They're always current with what's happening. These two logos you see in front of you. Now, Dubai is in the Middle East, but Dubai is ahead of the Middle East and the rest of the world, to be honest, because we're really, really advanced in terms of systems we use, in terms of technology we use, in terms of security of investment as well. So we had, of course, in 2008 and 2009, there was a big recession that hit the entire world, and we had some problems, if I may say, but we learned from them and we put in place a lot of systems. And these two bodies, these two authorities, the Dubai Land Department and the Real Estate Regulatory Agency, are two government entities that governs our real estate industry. Directly from the government, they supervise what we do, they protect the investors, they protect us brokers, they direct us where, how to do our business. They monitor us and they monitor the brokers and the agents and the brokerages. So really everyone conducts their business in a clean manner, in a really protected way for the investor. Now, what does this mean is, like, if you are an investor, let's say you want to buy property in Dubai and you select, we have a lot of under construction sales because the city is growing day by day. So what happens if you're buying a property from a developer, that developer cannot announce their project before they own the land, before they have 30% of the funds in the account, before they have an escrow account already registered in the project's name and not the developer's name, and it is monitored by the government. So basically, as an investor, when you pay the funds, you would pay them into an escrow account that is monitored by and supervised by the government, that these entities will actually go send their officers, they will invest the project, they will look at the progress of the construction, and based on that, they would release funds to the developers so they can pay the contractors and all their other commitments. So basically, when the investor is buying, and if something goes wrong, let's say, God forbid, the developer decides to give up or disappear or something, they can't touch that money. That money is there. The investor's money is protected. And this is an amazing step that has been taken for over years, for over a decade now, to protect the investor, and whether they are foreigners, as in outside, or in the country. No one is allowed to pay anything outside the escrow account. All right, so we spoke about also, other than the taxes, Dubai has always had high return on investment, to be honest, in terms of, like, when you rent your property versus the rest of the world. And there are, depending, if you are in a primary area of Dubai, you would get around maybe 4%. But if you are a little bit out, you get 5, 6, 7, up to 8% return on investment. And there is no tax on your rental income as well. So when you buy a property, you don't pay any taxes. You pay 4% transfer fee. And when you sell a property, you don't pay any tax again. And when you rent the property, the rental income, you don't pay any tax. So, which means that your income is purely to you. You pay, of course, service charge to the building management or the project you are in, but that's it. The rest is all yours. Here again, another comparison that I would like to give you in terms of the space you can get here. Sorry. The real estate you could buy with $1 million is different where all over the world. And you can see here in Dubai, you can even buy higher. This was in 2000, the luxury homes price. Luxury, we're talking high tier projects. You can buy up to, I would say, even 1,500 square foot for $1 million. Now that is less in Madrid, Melbourne, Miami, Tokyo, Paris, and the rest. As you can see, the value for money for the real estate you buy is much bigger, and it's only been growing in Dubai as well. And here I wanted to explain a little bit about the different markets we have. If anyone has any questions, maybe this will answer some of your questions. So we have two segments. We have the primary market, which is off plan, and I've touched on it, which is the under construction. So in Dubai, it's very normal to have, just 1 second. Okay. In Dubai, it's very normal to have a project launched today and sells in few hours, literally. Like, it's unheard of anywhere in the world, but in Dubai, it's a very normal thing. So they would inform us a week or 2 weeks before. We would prepare our clients if we have anyone interested, and the day they release, the day they sell out. So that's primary market. When you buy from a developer, you buy something we call, the most common word we use is off plan in Dubai. You guys use under construction or new development. So that's our primary market. So the process is very simple. You can be sitting in anywhere in the world, you and your client, and you will be able to book a unit. After we do a presentation, we show you what, property looks like and what the types of property, the location, everything. Then you're able to say, okay, I want a 2-bedroom facing the canal, facing the sea, facing the golf course, whatever the development is. You'll be able to book it, do everything online, and become a proud owner of a property in Dubai and continue the payments with the developer. So first step, of course, selecting the property. Then you have to book the property. Booking the property means you don't have to pay. So if the payment plan starts with, let's say, 10% now and 15% in 6 months and all, you don't have to pay the whole 10% right away. You can pay $10,000 to book the unit. They will send you like a credit card link. You can do that. And then arrange, of course, you'll sign a reservation form and then arrange for the rest of the 10% to be paid. Plus, if you remember, I said 4% to register the property with the government under your name. So that's like, if someone here from the UK, that's like a stamp duty, but it's just, we call it a fee. It's a 4%. You pay it one time to register the property in your name with the government, and that's one measure of protection as well. So you select the property, you book the property, you pay the registration fee, which is the 4%. Then the developer goes into preparing the sales and purchase agreement. Once that is prepared, if you are not in the country, they will courier it to you wherever you are. You will sign it. If they might send you 2 copies, you will sign them. You will courier them back to the developer. They will countersign them. And then you would continue the payment plan. And when the property is ready, they will call you for handover, which means you have to come do the snagging and tell them if the property is good. If not, then they can fix few things that you would highlight, and then they would hand over the property to you, and you're free to sell it, to rent it, whatever. Even you can sell it during its construction. There are some developers who have some laws, like you have to pay 30%, 40% just to prevent inflation and flipping of properties, and the making the price unaffordable to others, So by controlling this, they let the prices be more reasonable for others. Secondary market is our other segment. Secondary means you buy from someone who already bought from the developer, whether it's under construction or it's ready, but you're buying from an individual. So same thing. For this one, you might require to be physically here because you're going to do viewings. The property is ready to visit. Or you can do virtual viewings. Right now, we have the Matterports and the virtual tours and all of that. So you select the property after various viewings, just like in your countries. You give an offer. If the offer is accepted, we give a security deposit of 10%, and that has to be in the name of the owner, again, to protect the sale and to protect the buyer. Signing the contract F again. So contract F basically is we don't need lawyers, we don't need notary public, we don't need anything that you guys, I know some countries have very complicated process of sale. We do everything. We have an application by the government. Remember I said we're very advanced in terms of applications and technology and prop tech and all. So we have an application where all our contracts are there. We have all our loggings. The minute you become a registered broker in Dubai, you will have your access to it. Then you would have access to your forms. You will create your contracts. Of course, as a company, we supervise. So we will create the contract F for our brokers just to make sure that all the terms and conditions and everything is there to protect both parties. But everything is done digitally. I don't even have to sit with the client on a table to sign a piece of paper. Everything, he would receive an email or an SMS. He would open it, whether he has the app or not in his phone. He will still be able to open the contract, go through it, reject it, or approve it. If he approves it, then we move to the next process, which is if there is a mortgage, we get the mortgage going. If there's a mortgage to clear, we get the mortgage cleared. If he has the money ready, then we just apply for a non-objection letter from the developer, from the builder, just to state basically that this property is free from any liabilities, that the service charges are paid up to date, that there is no mortgage on it. Once we have that letter, we prepare the manager's checks, and we would go to an office called the trustee office in Dubai, and they would do the transfer physically there. Of course, the whole process is digital, but of course they would require the person to be there to verify the ID, to take a signature, and they would send it to the head office of Dubai Land Department. They would process everything, approve everything, and then you get your digital title deed on your phone immediately, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, depending on the queue. And that's pretty much it about Dubai. I'm gonna stop sharing this, and it'll be open for any questions if you have. I hope that was good information I could share with you. There's a lot to share, but Dubai is very easy, very simple, very adaptable. So back to you guys for any questions you have.
Thank you. So for now, I'll stop recording, and any questions can be done whoever's watching online in the chat or in the description, below the description. So you can put your questions and we'll get back to you. And if anybody's here live, you can ask your question right away. Thank you, Donia. Appreciate it. Let me stop recording.